from Morning Chalk Up.
Oh, you did?
Or my, whatever it was, W-2.
Yeah. I won't get one, right?
No.
Okay.
It was only $400. Morning Chalk Up. Yep. Oh shit, it's out live.
Yeah. Nice work.
Okay.
I won't get one, right?
No. La 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 la.
La, 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 la.
The delay is going to kill us anyway, so there we go.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, so we are live on YouTube, everyone. Welcome to the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends. And you may have got a little sneak peek of more than we wanted you to know there at the beginning. But anyway, there it is. First of all, I want to say a huge shout out to our sponsor, RX Smart Gear. And it's going to be a little bit different this week. I just want to say every time I go to an event and Dave and Susan are at that event, they always greet us with a smile. They always give us a hug, and they always ask us how we are, not about how our podcast is. And I love that. They're just good human beings. And I just want to thank them for all the support they've given us over the last year and a half. They have really stuck by us and done everything they can to support the show. So we want to support them by letting you have a discount code of Clydesdale 15, all caps. You can use that at checkout and get anything off your order at rxsmartgear.com. They are just awesome people and deserve all of the good press that they get. And I know they took a much needed vacation after Wadapalooza, and I hope they enjoyed that. So thank you to RX Smart Gear. Now that's out of the way.
Okay.
What's going on?
You know, just trying to stay warm in the tundra.
Yeah.
We got more snow, and tomorrow's going to be cold.
I'm so glad I work from home, but it takes about all of my willpower to get to the gym in the middle of the afternoon, to get out of my slippers, out of my comfy clothes, and go to the gym.
Slippers and comfy clothes.
I just want you to remember when you are trying to get out for that one, 5 minutes of that you'll be outside, that I work mostly outside.
Crazy.
During the school day. So tomorrow will be most likely inside though. But
yeah, it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow, right?
Yeah. When it feels like temp is really, under 10 degrees, then we're definitely inside. So Kat, talk to us about your gym opening this week.
Well, it's a soft launch this week. So my existing clients that used to work out in the garage are here working out with me now. Not now, but today and tomorrow and the next day. So it was good. It's been like a dry run. People are using the bathrooms, they're using the showers, they're giving me feedback. I'm, figuring out that the 2 Echo bikes that Braden put together are a little wonky. I didn't test them out before I had clients on them. One of them, the handles are super loose, and the other one has a little catch in the pedals. So thank you, Braden. That's what do you expect when you get a 19-year-old to do that kind of stuff? Is he 19? 18. 18?
You pay for what you get with the labor.
When's his birthday?
Apparently.
You get what you pay for. Backwards. There we go.
I can give you a quick little tour if you want.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to switch to speaker view so that you get the full screen for the walk around, and Amy and I will try to be quiet while you give us the tour.
Okay, well, am I able to change my view here? Because it's not, here we go. Hold on. Okay. All right. So that is the entrance to the gym. Okay. You come in from the lobby. We got lockers. We've got our 2-pack of RX Smart Gear jump ropes, of course, that every gym needs. We've got some ladders that have to be put away. We've got some boxes. I have my new little utility cabinet that I bought today at Home Depot. We've got the whiteboard that has to get mounted, the computer, the small clock, the road clock's coming tomorrow. Got some rowers, boxes. There's the freestanding rig. There's all the weights and the stuff. There's the wall-mounted rig. There's the floor scrubber that I'm selling. And there are the wonky bikes that Braden put together, along with a fridge and a water cooler, an AD machine,
I just noticed that. Sorry. AED machine.
Yes.
God knows how hard I work for one of those. So.
And it's interesting. Somebody told me the other day, another gym owner, they've had to use their AED twice, and all successful stories. Thank goodness. But he said, put your address somewhere on the AED or near the AED, because he said, I can't tell you how many times while I'm trying to like give CPR that people are asking me, what's the address? What's the address? Because nobody really knows the address of their gym, right? So I have my business license like right underneath of it. So you can sort of see, hopefully, if there's an emergency, you'll be able to see the address. Anyway, so that is sort of warehouse 1 and what's happening. I'm going to open this door and show you the lobby because it's in various states of completion right now, but ooh, isn't it pretty? So we've got big plate glass windows where there's going to be some shades coming up. Those are the doors. This is the reception area that my husband's building. The big old wall decal. We've got the apparel wall. We've got my kitchen table. There's my podcast corner. So when we do podcasts, that's going to be the background that you see. See that? Looks just like the home. And then there are the towels for towel service. I know, we're fancy. And then here's one of the bathrooms.
Really nice.
Super nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have the flat screen where I just put our podcast on all day and watch it. Another bathroom, toilet, shower, and then another half bath, which is dark, but you can't see. And then this is going to be a window. We're going to cut a hole in there and so that you can see inside the gym from the lobby. And there's half of my decal. The other half is going to come on at some point in time and drive me completely insane because decals are really hard to put on, just so you know.
Yeah, very much. That looks awesome.
The other area in the back here I can show you is going to be like where private training is. It's not quite finished, but you can see that I got some flooring to put in. So originally this was going to all be concrete, but I've decided to continue this floor here down to make all of this nice and pretty. But I got my kettlebells and my wall balls and my dumbbells, and we're trying to fix some light fixtures because they're not lit. But you've got this whole back area. Don't mind the bike and the benches, but 2 rigs are going to go back there. And that'll be for like when my baseball kids want to come before school and lift, or if there's a private training client that wants to come when there's class, they can do that in open gym. So yeah.
So how many spiel bars do you have? Do you have any spiel bars? Oh, I saw one right there.
Yeah. So I've got 3 right now. So here's like an older one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's about, you can see it's pretty low, like low-ish.
That looks like you're my height right there.
It's probably like, I can't touch it when I reach it, but I have to jump to it. And then this one's about the same height. And then this one, that's not a spiel bar, but that is my bar.
Oh, yeah.
It's here, wait. I can touch it like standing up, which is good because, you know, you can like roll onto it. But then I also have on this freestanding rig, there is a spiel bar here, and that's really tall. And then there's like a double one behind it that's also pretty tall. Like all of these bars are pretty on the tall side, except for this guy in the middle. So this guy in the middle is pretty low. I can reach that one too. And I'm like 5'2".
Yeah.
So I think it's a good mix of short and high. I mean, that's my biggest complaints when I go to gyms is that I can never find a bar that I can use that's comfortable, especially one that you can do like bar muscle ups and stuff with. So hopefully we've accommodated that for everybody.
So my question is, are you really 5'2"?
I am 5'1 3/4". Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I am smaller than my mom. Like that's not supposed to happen. Like evolution is supposed to like make you taller than your parents. And I am short. My mom's 5'4". I mean, my dad's like 5'7" or 5'8", so I guess that doesn't help. But yeah, I did not get the tall jeans.
Well, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
So excited for you.
So funny story about my floor scrubber. I mentioned in the video that I'm selling it because it's corded. It has a cord and it's fine. doing the floor in the middle. I mean, I have to do like a little dance with the cord every once in a while, but going through the rig, it's impossible. Like I have to unplug it and then plug it back in again and then unplug it, then stop the water and then fix the puddle that I made and then redo it. So I'm literally, I'm mad at myself for like going cheap on that and like trying to save some money. So I just ordered a battery operated floor scrubber and I'm trying to unload that one for like, 90% of what I paid for it. So, I'm just,
which one
it's like, you never
get?
know. I got a Viper. This one's a Viper. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the Viper uncorded is like $2,000 more. And you're like opening a business, you're spending a lot of money trying to sort of cut corners where you can. And that's my one big regret. I wish I had just gone with the bigger one. So I got a generic brand. It looks just like the Viper. It's just not branded Viper and it has a battery. And it's a 22-inch instead of a 17-inch. So it's an even bigger scrub. And I got that for like just under $3. So not terrible. I could write a book.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do for a living.
Oh, really?
When I was working in college, is I used to scrub supermarket floors.
Love it.
So, any big CrossFit news this week?
Yeah.
Amy's favorite CrossFit athlete has some new teammates.
And he moved from somewhere warm to somewhere freezing. Iceland. Con Porter has moved to Iceland to train at CrossFit Reykjavik and be on a team with Annie Thorisdottir. That might have been a surprise to people. She's not going individual, going team. And Lauren Fisher and Tola.
Yeah. Pretty.
Tola Morokinyo is how you say his last name.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really?
Yep. Everyone says Morokinyo, but it's Morokinyo.
I wonder how James Newberry feels about this. Is he going individual then? I mean, he must be going individual.
Or he's moving with them and he's going to be their alternate.
So there's a couple things here, right? First, Annie going team.
Okay.
That was a big surprise, right? Podiumed last year with the mom strength.
Yes.
Actually, if you were going to write that like storybook ending, it probably was it, right? As an individual athlete.
Yeah. And remember, Rich Froning did the same thing. Like when he had a child, he was like, I can't do this anymore. It's a huge time commitment. So much more of a time commitment going individual. It makes a lot of sense. Unexpected, yes. And I think there are certain athletes that you don't ever think would go team. And she was probably one of them. But I don't know that anyone thought Rich would go team either when he did. And now it just seems like an awesome idea. So.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for Annie because her child's getting older. Freya's getting older and I think wants to spend more time with her. So.
Yeah. And obviously that's an assumption, right? Like we have no idea what her why is, but as a mom, I guess that makes sense.
So you have that. And then I think it was no surprise that Con and Lauren went team. They've done that before. Lauren is podiumed as a team member. Con has been on a team before that was very competitive. And Tola as well. Tola was with Back Bay and competed very highly. But I was surprised he moved to Underdogs to be an individual athlete. And then the move now to Reykjavik away from Underdogs. And I don't think it's a shot against Underdogs at all. I think it was just, he had the opportunity to be a part of like a very special team.
Yeah. But like, who was the matchmaker here is what I want to know. Like, do they all share an agent? Or like, what's sort of the common denominator, if there even is one, and like, who connected those dots to be like, hey, it should be Tola. Hey, why not Lauren? I mean, I'm wondering if she had, like, was this Annie's brainchild? And did she sort of go out and recruit? Was it based on who she spent time with and who she met at the games? Like, that's the part I want to know. Like, we need to talk to Annie and figure out.
Well, that could be because, Tola and Con were on the demo team. And so they might have spent some time, with Annie over. during that. I don't know. I mean, I know they spent time with her other times, but
I also know from one of my sources that Tola was looking to go back to team, and that from the underdogs camp, there was some feelers put out to see who they could pull in to help Tola put a team together, plus some of the young female athletes that underdogs has signed.
Yep.
So maybe their feelers went out. Annie put out feelers. Then you kind of get this like cross section of, ooh, you're looking for a team too. Well, we are. And then it just kind of, because Khan's underdogs too.
Yeah, but it's Khan a little while ago, not last year, but the year before, had talked about going team and wanted to do like the super team. But that's when they made all those changes. And so he decided, no, okay, I'll go individual, doesn't make it, gets on the demo team. And so I think that when they kind of figured this out, I think for him, I think he was like, yeah, I think he likes team better.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah. I think it helps with his
anxiety,
work-life balance.
Yeah.
And anxiety.
And Lauren, I mean, Lauren's been a little bit, I'm trying to look for the right, a little disconnected from a place. Like she was with Invictus, then she kind of spent some time with Training Think Tank and Max Elhaj and that team. And then she's kind of doing her own thing. She's got that homegrown business that she's launching with her fiance. So that one was, to me, that's the sort of oddest of the foursome in terms of like, how did that all go down? Because I didn't even know that like Annie and Lauren had a relationship. But I guess, Lauren's an OG. She's been around for a while too. So maybe they have, I don't know. Like, I don't know what happens behind the scenes, but that was the biggest to me. Not in a bad way. Like
from a business perspective, she's going to get a ton of pub being on this team. And when you're starting a business, that doesn't hurt.
Yep.
And how old is she? She started so young. Like, I don't even think she's that old right now.
No, I don't think she is either.
Yeah, she was a teen, like, right? Wasn't she one of the first kind of teens?
And where's Rasmus from? Is Rasmus, he's like...
Yeah, he's from like Denmark, maybe?
Or Norway or Sweden, one of those places, yeah. So I wonder, like, is he going to move to Reykjavik too?
Well, that would be very close to home for him.
Yeah.
Well, he is there with her right now. I mean, I know
Yeah,
that.
I mean, they're supposed to get married, so... Or maybe, are they already married?
And maybe that's the connection.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be.
Because Frederick is from Denmark, correct? I think. They're both from the Scandinavian countries.
Yeah, I get them mixed up and I shouldn't.
So maybe that's the connection.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Well, we should try to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
So then my last question is not really with the team, but James Newberry, because he had moved to Proven from Decacomp last season. He actually moved to Nashville for the season so that he could stay in the States and not worry about quarantine and all that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's with Proven anymore. I talked to Nick Johnston at Wadapalooza, and he was not mentioned as part of their games lineup.
Yeah. Well, and James, after he left Wadapalooza, if you follow him on social media, said, "Oh, I was headed somewhere, but in the middle of my flight, I got a message, and now I'm heading somewhere else."
Ooh.
Maybe he's going to announce a team soon.
That'd be cool. I mean, it sounds like some of these people that, are in that stage of their season of their life where they can just like travel and do and live and all that kind of stuff are really taking advantage of the new rules and just saying like, screw it, I'll just move to this place to be on a team.
So let me put this out there with COVID and all of the travel restrictions. I heard that was part of why Khan wanted to take on this opportunity. Is Australia is so tough with the travel restrictions right now. Living in Reykjavik was going to be easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get in and out of, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I just need to know where the dog is.
I'm most worried about the dog.
Where's the dog, and is Gemma still in the picture? And can we just get an update on that, please? Con, need to know.
Can you get him on the rig report so we can get an update on this?
Yeah.
Please.
Why don't we just get a full interview with them to talk about the
Oh,
team and
Yeah.
all
Okay.
of these things?
We
Great.
should.
And Amy, is your restraining order still in effect? Can you contact him now?
My restraining order has been lifted.
I love it.
So those I think are all the questions about the team. So can we talk about what happened to us last week when we weren't even involved?
Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we were involved, but just in a side way.
Yeah. So last week, the Morning Chalk Up posted an article and subsequently the next day, a video about the water quality in Madison at Lake Monona. If you have been following us for any time at all, we had that for you in August with both Sam Cornier and Emily Rolfe talking about the water quality of Lake Monona. Then in September, we interviewed Dave Castro, and our very own Kat Shear confronted Mr. Castro about the quality of water in Lake Monona. And Dave Castro answered very openly and honestly, in my opinion, to what he knew at the time. And maybe still to this day. I don't know why the Morning Chalk Up posted that story 6 months after the fact.
And what's the relevancy of it now to make a story?
So anyway, they post that story, and all of a sudden, my DMs blow up on Instagram saying that we have gold in our Castro interview, that we should clip it and run it. And we weren't involved in this news story. So we did some research. We looked around, we talked to people on the medical team, and there seemed to be too many holes in the story for us to get involved in any way at that point. If you know, we are starting our own news channel, and we are not going to post things without confirmation.
Yeah. And we reached out to Dave. I mean, that was one of the reasons why we paused on publishing the clip, was because I wanted to get permission from Dave to do so, knowing that if we did, that the information that he disclosed in that report or in our interview could be damning to him if we found out otherwise factually that he knew about the water quality and moved forward, which, you know, we're sort of purporting that he did not, based on his reaction to me and what he said in that interview, you know, taking his word.
And so I personally reached out to some of the people on the medical team. I got pretty detailed stories as to what happened, but no firsthand account as to the reports or what happened in the days after that. So we decided not to clip it. And we just let it lie. Well, later that night, on the Sevon podcast, someone had ripped the clip from our podcast and posted it on the Morning Chalk Up comment section. Then from there, it got taken a few more times and posted on social media. Then Sevon went on a tirade about the attacks on Dave Castro, and that if people wanted to know the truth, they needed to the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends podcast.
He calls it the Clydesdale podcast. It's the Clydesdale podcast. And my name is Jacqueline. I am Jacqueline Scherer.
Hey.
Or Catherine, as he likes to say. Catherine.
Well, I'm just the really huge guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You're the guy that sits on the boxes and talks to people.
Yeah.
So he mentioned our name incorrectly several times that night on the show and several times subsequently.
What's his name? Seven?
What's that?
I call him Sevy.
His name's Seven, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
And so with that, like, our subscriptions have blown up this week. My followers on Instagram have blown up this week. It has been crazy crazy. I'm getting texts from friends going like, why does Sevon love you so much and hate Justin LaFranco? You know, Kat and I worked for the Morning Chalk for a brief amount of time. I don't want to get involved in a spat with them and whatever they're trying to do. I'm just trying to do my own thing. But man, we got put in the middle and things blew the hell up last week.
Yeah, it was fun.
Even Dave shared it on his story.
Yep.
Yeah. It got shared a lot on Instagram last week. I was shocked. And that episode has, I think, almost tripled in views since its original release. So pretty crazy.
Yeah. And who knew? Like, it was just an interview, right? It'd been something that I'd been wanting to ask him for a very long time, since the Josh Bridges thing in 2018. So you never know what's gonna, be gold later on. Just if you're curious about it as an interviewer, ask. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have thoughts in my head, but I'm just gonna leave them there.
We'll save them for another roundtable.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It just seemed like all the facts were already out there. I don't understand what was new to the story. But there it is.
Yep.
Well, anything else going on, guys?
Well, you getting some fitness in? Kat, have you been able to get fitness in with getting this gym up?
I worked out Saturday and I worked out today. So better than nothing, but it's only because my neighbor, Christina, shows up here and says, okay, let's work out. So thank God for her, because otherwise I would be doing nothing. Because there's so many things to do here that if I have some idle time, I am, putting up baseboards or, cutting trim or rearranging kettlebells or something. So she's been great.
Well,
What about you, Amy?
I did 14.4 today. If you remember, that is a 14-minute AMRAP starting with 60 calories on the row, 50 toes to bar, 40, wall balls 30, power cleans 20, muscle ups. Update from that time. I still don't have a muscle up, so my score has been the same every time I do it. 180 reps done.
But a faster time, right? Or no?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, maybe. I definitely think I'm more efficient with toes to bar and things like that, but it's like, okay, and I just finished the workout early and lay on the ground because I'm like, no muscle ups yet.
I remember 14 was my first open. I started in September of 2013 CrossFit. And I did 14. And I remember Rick Fox was my judge or was doing it with me. And Lynn Fox was taking pictures. And I have pictures of me at CrossFit Kennett Square doing part of that workout. And my toes to bar I was on a box and I was that person that was doing one toe to bar and then putting their feet back on the box. And then just like none of those reps counted, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think I got through the cleans. And I certainly didn't have a bar muscle up, but it's funny. As soon as you said that workout with the toes to bar, I'm like, oh dear God, I remember all those toes to bar.
So that was the workout. I got my first ever toes to the other bar.
Oh, okay. In front of
So
you, I hope.
so the stacked bars.
Yeah.
I swung up and my toes hit the top bar.
That's good. That's better than the low bar, right?
Was no repped. I was trying to get my first toes to bar. I thought when you hear the tink, I was like, oh my gosh, I got it. They're like, nope.
Like wrong bar.
No,
Wrong bar.
Sorry. Oh,
that stinks.
Yeah. I've been back. I've been pretty consistent the last couple of weeks when I'm not traveling. But I'm using like so little weight because I have no pain in my back, which is amazing. And I don't want to like screw it up. So I'm going like today, it was a Metcon of 5 deadlifts, 7 overhead squats, 9 shoulder to overhead, and then 30 double unders. 12-minute AMRAP. I mean, I used an empty barbell
Nice.
just because I just want to move and get my lungs back. And man, like it actually is really painful to go that light because you snap almost at the top.
Yeah.
And so then your elbows and your hurt. Yeah. But it's been good. I feel like getting out, sweating again, no pain has been really awesome.
Do you notice anything from COVID, like breathing wise or anything like that?
Oh.
Because I'm struggling big time with that.
Now today was the first day I didn't like hack up a lung.
Mhm. So I'm not.
I
Go ahead.
I had like a little congestion, like I could feel it in but I wasn't like suffocating.
Yeah. I just feel like my engine is just, and it's probably not from COVID. It's probably just from not working out for as long as I've been on vacation. But can you guys see the workout behind me? The 6 rounds, 20 calorie row, 10 push-ups, 12 deadlifts. I did that today. And after the 3rd round, I was like, we're going to 10 calories on the rower. It was such a rowing workout for me. I did like 5 real push-ups, 5 push-ups on my knees for the whole time. And I only used 20-pound dumbbells for the deadlifts. Like it was supposed to be a bar, but I got lazy and didn't want to like set it up because the gym is so big. You have to like travel far to get your stuff. I'm used to the garage where it's like 2 steps to here, 2 steps
Guys,
to there.
we're in the business of fitness, okay?
Ridiculous. I'm telling you, I'm like, oh, the bars are all the way over there. It's
I think
fine
Kat
when
just took back CrossFit methodology about 15 years.
it's fine when it's my
Um,
client, but when it's me, like I need some convenience. Yeah. it's
I
bad.
have a question and then a comment. Kat, do you do your own programming?
Yes.
Are you going to continue to do that, being the business opener?
Yes.
business
I don't
owner?
see myself doing it long term,
Mhm.
but it's very important to me that for these first 6 months when I'm gaining new clients that
Sure.
I'm showing people why we are different, to bring people up to speed and all that kind of stuff. So I would like to do it forever. I just don't know that that's realistic,
Sure.
but I'm absolutely doing it now. I mean, I'm borrowing and stealing from other
Oh,
programs,
yeah.
but for the most part, yeah. I mean, it's going to be my own thing. I love to program. One of my
yeah.
favorite things.
I don't. So that's why I was curious. Here's my comment. Somehow, I don't know how, it was like the Matrix at my house last week, and I somehow got through without getting COVID, even though my husband had COVID. And I don't know how.
That's awesome. You're immune.
But
Super.
Natalie and I both did not get it. And he's the one that works in the basement and goes all of 2 places, where Natalie and I literally go to a petri dish every day among all these germs. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that goes to show you that, exposure to that kind of stuff probably boosts your immune system. And
Yeah.
for Scott just being secluded in the room, it's, he's not
Yeah.
testing himself enough.
Yeah,
He's okay though, right?
he's totally fine. And the only reason it was totally fine. Like it was literally just a cold. The only reason he tested was because of where I work. And, I wanted to know, hey, if I'm exposed and I might be sharing that.
Right.
I need to know. And he at first was like, didn't even believe me. I was like, I've taken enough pregnancy tests to know that a faint line is a positive.
Oh, poor Scott.
Yeah, but he's fine and over it. So.
Well, the last 2 things I want to talk about are, one, I am leaving with my wife to Austin, Texas on Thursday. I have hired my wife to be a camera person because I learned at Wadapalooza, you can't do that by yourself. And we are going to TFX, the oldest competition other than the games in CrossFit.
Yeah.
And they have all the divisions. Masters and scaled, intermediate, pro, and we're going to do the podcast live all weekend long, and we are going to try to find stories. So if you are there and you know of some good stories, make sure that you stop by to our little booth, and we'll do a quick interview. They're just going to be 8 to 10 minute little short stories to kind of get to know people. And if there's something there that's really cool, maybe we'll have them back on for a long podcast. But yeah, just a whole bunch of short little stories from the TFX. And Jeremy Teal promised me a party. So I'm hoping that it's a party. And I'm actually going to try to get some fitness in while I'm there. I'm going to take my time in the morning to do something before I go and do that. And then because I don't want to come back with no lungs again after working this hard to get them back a little bit. So going to do that. So make sure you check us out if you're going to TFX. And then finally, we are going to move our live time by 1 hour next week. We're going to go live 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central. We're going to try that out for a week. And if it goes well, we'll keep it for a little while. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, next week, 7 o'clock, join us live, throw some comments at us and join the discussion.
Who's coming next?
Who are we releasing?
Who are we releasing?
So if you didn't see today, a preview of the rig report, we put out an interview with Danielle Brandon on her switch from Nike to Rad and why she did that. So make sure you check that out. Short little 9-minute interview on YouTube on the Clydesdale Media YouTube channel. And then Thursday is Connor Martin, the original CrossFit Kid. And the reason he's Thursday is his wife is competing at TFX.
Yeah.
And he's coaching some athletes there because they do have team divisions. And so we're going to hook up with Connor there and interview his wife and kind of get her perspective on what it's like to be a member of the first family of CrossFit kids. So that is Thursday. And then it's all up. And then we're having Brett Roberts on Monday. Brett Roberts.
Who's that?
His Instagram
Annika's
is different.
coach.
It's Annika Greer's coach.
Mhm.
Oh, Brett. Yeah. Okay.
And so that will be
Brett
Monday.
Emmanuel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not his name though.
That's his Instagram.
That's his handle. Yeah. Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Brett Roberts.
Did you do that
And-
interview yet? Did you talk to
Yep.
him yet? Okay.
All done.
Awesome.
Yep. So yeah, that'll be Monday. There you go.
Very
The
cool.
whole lineup. Plus, who knows what we'll get this weekend. I'll be putting them out as I get them this weekend, and I'll probably save a few, kind of leak them out over the next week.
Lovely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good,
With-
guys.
Yeah. Congratulations, Kat. It does look amazing.
It
Thank
does.
you.
I can't wait to work out there in person.
Yay.
Yeah. We have to figure that out. Are we going to go do an open workout there? Or?
Maybe. It's hard for me to leave during the open as a coach.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe semis or something. We could have a viewing party or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll work it out. I'm not worried.
All right, cool.
Nice quarters. Whatever. Wow. Bye.
Well, everybody have a great night. We'll see you next time on the Clydesdale Fitness.